Alrighty, it's a new year. I updated my Tumblr blogs a bit, and I figured it's time to do a bit more in-depth on how to use Tumblr. Some of you guys have been liking so much my last post on when I talked about how to use Tumblr. I thought I might do a bit more in-depth and a bit better in-depth, especially for those of you who are just starting up new, and I might do a new video from my YouTube to go straight to my Tumblr as information. I like to post a lot of my drawings to this one, so this is my art one. I guess I'm plugging it in a little bit, and I can show you my reblog one as well. As you can see, this is my reblog one. It's a mess. It's just where I reblog everything. It's a mess because sometimes my attention deficit hyperactivity disorder brain kind of just wants to reblog everything, and I'm trying to keep one where I supposedly focus on art, or mostly on my hobbies in art, whereas like I talk about books, I talk about some things that I'm into, and I always post about my drawings. I want my drawings to be front and center because I like my drawings and I like to have people see them. Anywho, so this is my reblog blog, so it's a bit more of a mess. Back to this one. When you get on Tumblr, there are some things you need to know. We had plagues of stupid bots and scammers, and sometimes we still have to deal with them now and then. So our biggest rule is you report them either as spam, or you report them as doing the adult stuff, because Tumblr doesn't actually want that on there, because Tumblr bots take over and they ruin things. So hence, a lot of us have a rule to report either that it's doing something explicitly adult that shouldn't be on the site anyway, because they had a whole purge going on, or you report it as spam when it's a scammer or a Tumblr bot, because they get, especially if you think if it's AI, you can report that as spam too, because that is spam in your account. So you want to make sure that it looks like a person's running your blog. So you're going to update your blog. Alrighty, so if you want to change how your blog looks, you see that little paint palette? That's where you go in, you click on that, and it will give you options to change your thing. I had my last video. I don't think I want to go over that too much, because I had my other video that I had about how to change your thing. But if you want to change it, you go to this, and you can click on the image in the background and change the thing. I have a whole video on that one, so we're not going to go too far into that. You also have this button, which is your settings. It will let you know if you have drafts still stuck in your Tumblr thing you need to clean out. I think this is just if you want to promote your thing, but that's a pay thing, so I wouldn't use it. This is your search option if you want to search things. And if you have more than one blog, sometimes I would recommend to have two blogs, because you can connect one blog to the other. As I said, this is my main art one. If I want to change it to the other one, I will press this little arrow here, and then change it to my reblog blog if I want to change it. As you can see, I change it over to this one. But anyway, as I said, use these little functions. So anyway, if you want to change the background and your little icon, make sure you use this button, and make sure it looks like a person's running it and not a bot, because seriously, you want to update your blog first before you especially think. And do not just go off and say hi to people in their DMs, because there is a section when you go visiting people, and you can talk to them, yeah, but don't go into them just saying hello or anything, because that's where scammer bots start off with as well, because they do come into your thing, and you have to be careful when you look at that as well when you come in. I also talk about how you can use posts. When you do your Tumblr blog, you have to information, change that up and all that. But also, when you have a Tumblr blog, make sure you do some of your own posts. Don't just overwhelm all the communities that are on Tumblr, because you could have a chance of pissing some people off. Post to your own blog first, and post here, I can show you an example. Alright, you see this little blue thing here? That is to make a post. You press on that little thing if you want to make a post. And when you press on it, you should come to a page looking somewhat like this. As you can see some of the images that are stuck there, and it's giving you an option of what to press. This is that they're showing little photos that the Tumblr is allowed to have a look at, and you can press on that one to take a photo, or to press on other little things for it. If you want to add an image, here's a close-up look. You can have a look, and here's some other options of what you can do. See, that is for GIFs. I think that's to make links. That's just to do writing. This one is to get your images, so this will show up for your images, and you click on that. and you put it, and it will press, and you choose a picture to add in, and then you can do a little bit of writing underneath if you want to. Cool thing is, once you do a little bit of your like you post the picture, you can do a little bit of writing, and you can still click on it again if you want to add another image in. If you want to add another little image in, you can click on this little thing, which is to get back into your images of what's on your phone. And you can do a little bit of writing about making the post. Here you go. A little bit, and then you can add in another picture underneath when you click on it and choose another picture to add and post underneath it, and go on and talk about your drawings. You can, like, in between, you can do little post a picture, talk, post a picture, talk some more. It's a pretty cool function. You can do that on Tumblr. I don't think they let you do that on some other things, but Tumblr lets you do this, which is cool. But anyway, that's what you can do, and then you can post the thing. And once you've got all your posts ready to go, this thing should be going blue, and then you can press post to post it in. But I'm also recommending you might want to put some tags into your posts, like this part here. You see this little white, you see that little white thing there? You are going to want to click on that before, when you're done posting everything on your post. You click on that little thing, and you write down the tags that you need for it, for all your for your post. You put your tags in here. You use this. This is an option you will want to use for a lot of things on Tumblr. That's how you can find people, and other people can find you. Not communities, because some of the communities haven't been on there for very long. I think it's only got put on last year. I think. Tumblr communities, yeah, it only came on last year for my instance. And people only just started recently using it. So I wouldn't recommend it if you want attention, unless certain things here and there. But you press on this one to put in your tags before you do the post bit. So you use this little thing for all your little tags. You'll put like being as I'm doing this as Year of the Horse, I will write Year of the Horse as my tag. Or I can write Pikmin, because I do a lot of Pikmin drawings, so I will use the Pikmin tag and put that in there, and then other people can find my Pikmin drawing. And I will put drawings as well, because sometimes you want to check out drawings other people do. Tumblr artist is definitely a tag you might want to use, because then you can maybe find other things. Art tips, depending what your post is about, you put it here as like, hello, I'm new to Tumblr. It could be another tag you use, and then a lot of people can give you some advice, so on and so forth. But again, I remind you, please use this function, change your icon and your background to make it look like a person, and write some information about yourself a little bit on your Tumblr blog. And don't forget to post some posts to your actual Tumblr blog as well, because a lot of scammers and stuff sometimes will post some persons who's not even them. Like, they'll just grab a photo of someone from online, and then they'll just stick that there and stick maybe nothing in the background. I don't know, but I've just stick to post something with my own drawing for this year. But yeah, you're gonna want to update your blog first before you start going into saying hi. And another bit of advice, do not go into someone's DMs just with a hello, because half the time that's how the Tumblr and the scammers, not even just the scammers as well, will just come in and say first hi. Then they'll try to flatter you. They'll do that the same in the messages and comments. You can message and comments to posts, but don't start off with a hi or a hello, because that's what a lot of scammers start doing. And then they start bombarding you with information, or like, oh, can I get a commission off of you? They don't want a commission off of you. They just want to spam you and get your information and stuff like that. Do be careful. DMs, you don't start off with a hello unless you got more going on. With just a one a hello, people are going to ignore you and delete, or they're going to block you, because a lot of the bots do that too. They start off with a hello. Same with the scammers. They'll start pretending that they're part of some cause, and it turns out they're absolute scammers. So be careful when you're on Tumblr. It's just my advice. Also, there are going to be people who are probably going to troll you as well and do stupid shit. So my best recommendation is to just delete and block the trolls. Do not feed them, because if you go and comment to them, the same with other online platforms, do not talk to trolls. It's never going to do you any good. Haters and stuff, unless they're actually giving you good advice or constructive criticism, most of the time I would recommend just block and move on, because who has the time to deal with haters in this 2026? I'm just saying. But that's just some of my advice now for using Tumblr thing. Don't use the communities unless you want to post a particular thing I'm going to make another post maybe about how to use Tumblr, a bit about communities next, but this is just first advice for this.